Hey guys, today I just want to make this video real quickly, and it's going to be about millennials and why they do not fit in the corporate America system that's currently running the United States business world and around the world in general. I just feel in general why the younger generations, the millennials, my generation, and the generation coming up do not fit in the corporated system that exists in this country for most major businesses. And if ideally what I'm talking about is like an office job where it's like a call center, it's a place that you go to work the 9 to 5 every single day, 5 days a week, except on the weekend, to do the same job over and over again. And this is at least my thoughts through my experience of why I feel people are walking out of these jobs. They're leaving corporate America. They don't want to work in there. They're miserable. So basically, when you get a job in corporate America, you're there basically to fill a role, and that's it. So you show up, you apply, they like you, they see the value that you could fill for the company of their needs, their role, and they make you do that job. So they invite you in, you're all excited, you're happy to get there, and then you arrive at your job, and on the first day you feel so good because you're like, oh wow, I'm meeting all these new people, and they're showing me all this stuff, and it's so much fun. And then the second day rolls around, and the third day, and the fourth day, and you begin to realize, wait a minute, that's all I have to do every single day? Make phone calls, fill out Excel spreadsheets, work on this computer, sit at this desk for 9 hours a day, 8 hours a day, every single day? It gets very mundane and repetitive. So what happens is you have these people who offer these repetitive jobs just to fill a position that they need filled, with people who are excited at first to work them and then finally realize that these jobs aren't exactly what they lived up in their expectations. They expected to be doing more, having a bigger part in the company, like all that stuff. And basically, then the person who is working that job wants to start throwing out ideas. Maybe we should do this. How about we try this? I had an idea about this. What do you think? And they throw out these ideas and they try to change the system that they're in and what their job is, their role. And they throw it out to their boss, they throw it out to the supervisor, and they throw it out to their management team. And basically, the management team leader looks at that and he's just like, what are you doing? Stop it. We don't do that system here. We don't play by that rule. We follow this system because it works, and we're not going to do that. So basically, that person, with his creativity that's working that job, or his ideas that he had in his mind, whatever they were, completely get thrown off the table, and they stick with the system that they know. So that person, deep down basically feels like, wow, my ideas don't matter here. My skill set, what I'm good at, that kind of character trait level, what I could offer to the world isn't valued. And basically you lose your humanity at these jobs. And that's where I think the disconnect happens, is basically in a business, when you're working at corporate America, like a call center or some terrible job that, doesn't give a crap about you. You're there to fill a position. You're there to play a role at the job and be a cog in the machine, and you can't expand your horizon past that role unless somebody approves it. And if you try to, break the system that you're in, you'll get fired. And so you have these people who have all these creative ideas and talents and skills, no matter what it is, it could be a wide range of skills that they know they have deep down that they want to express in the business world and showcase and bring into a new environment, but the environment doesn't want it. It shuns it. It throws it off the table, and it's treated as a secondary idea, and it's ignored. And the people who are working these jobs just feel disconnected. They feel like their ideas and opinions don't matter, and they aren't happy anymore. And then what happens next is, and this is my favorite line any business tells you when you start getting hired at a job is, and you're gonna love this, is my favorite line any job interview tells you is basically, when you walk through that door, and when you go to clock in, make sure when you walk in, whatever happened at your home or any struggles you're dealing with in life, no matter how bad, you drop them and you come to work to work. You can't bring it into the environment because it's unprofessional. And, that's my favorite line pretty much to hear when they tell you that, is because the day before my dog died, and this morning I just found out my grandma has stage 3 terminal cancer. She's going to die tomorrow, and I can't go see her because I'm broke, so I came to come work my job so I can get some money so I can go see her. Do you really think somebody who has all that shit happening to them in life right now is going to be anywhere stable to come work a job? especially want to be there. And when you tell them that they can't even express that, they can't share their thoughts or feelings with other people they're working with or with their management team or their supervisor, they completely become disconnected from this environment that they're in. They don't feel loved, they don't feel appreciated or accepted or understood, and that's where this disconnect comes from. And that's why you have an entire generation of people who feel lost. They work these jobs that are just like, I'm not valued. What I think doesn't matter. My creativity, my skills, what I offer to the table isn't valued. My emotions aren't cared for. I'm just looked as a cog, and that's why you have these people who leave the 9-to-5 job after just a few months of working there or a few years. It's not that the people are lazy and they want to quit, it's the environment doesn't motivate them to want to work it. Because they aren't understood, they aren't accepted, they aren't appreciated. And these businesses wonder why they have to keep hiring and there's such a high turnover rate. It's because these people are just so lost within this environment that they don't want to be in it. So they quit, they leave. They'd rather be, find another job that may value their skills a little bit more than actually working for a job that doesn't value their skills at all. And this is like the biggest thing. There's like a fine balance between a business and creativity. And the thing is with a business doesn't care about your creativity. It doesn't care about your ideas or your emotions or your problems. All a business cares about is making money. Being able to build a profit. And that's it. To fatten their pockets, and your job is just to fill that role that they need filled for that business to make it work. Outside of that, though, your creativity, it kind of gets left in the dust. And I feel like with business, especially now in the 21st century, you need to have a fine line between a business idea and creativity of what people can offer and bring to the table. I feel like really as a business owner, you have to start valuing people more other than just a fucking animal to fill a position. You value their ideas, their emotions, their personality, their humanity, their work ethic. You value who they are, and they're going to want to work for you. They're going to want to show up and be more, do more, say more. Don't mind staying late because they understand, listen, he's going to pay me and I'm making a difference. You can't just force that upon people. You have to actually motivate them through how you treat them. And the problem is corporate America treats people like fucking slaves. They treat them literally like slaves. Where your feelings and your thoughts and your opinions don't matter, you're just there to work. And any problems you have at home, we don't care about them, you just leave them at the door. And you have all these people who quit these jobs because they just realize, wow, this is terrible. This is awful. I'm not appreciated here at my job. Oop. But basically, yeah. And I feel like people who want to use their creative side, like for me, which would be this, like creating videos of talking and speaking, my goal is to become a better speaker in front of crowds, not just in front of a camera, in my house. I want to do this in front of thousands of people. And it takes time to build that creative side. And I think the problem is like you have a millennial group who's grown up so dependent on systems to give them everything that when they want to explore their creative side, their talents, maybe playing guitar or making music or drawing or art or whatever, they expect the job to be there for them to express that creativity, to express their ideas. But the problem is that's not the way the world works. As opposed to expecting that job or that opportunity to be there, you as the individual need to go out and create that opportunity. You have to go out and build that job, to fill that need, to express your art. Every day, form your craft to the point that it is so good that people are dying to know what's coming next. Dying to know what you're going to be speaking about next or doing next or creating next and excited to see you. And that's what I want to do, is become a better speaker so I can help people. I'm not going to do it for money. Money doesn't motivate me. I already know that. So I'm going to do it from a place of helping people. Showing people maybe through my videos or my ideas that I can maybe change their way of thinking or help them along their paths in life to become a better person. Because we need more of that in this world as opposed to what's been going on in reality right now. But yeah, it's just... these people, like the millennials, we expect these jobs to already exist. The problem is we need more innovators. We need more people who are willing to put their art out there on the planet through the internet and work with it. and do it every single day to the point their craft is so good that people are dying to have them work for them, or dying to work for them, to help them in their vision, their idea, or whatever they're trying to pursue. We just have a lot of really shy, timid people who are afraid to put themselves out there because they'll get judged. They'll get thought of as something less, or people around them, their friends, their family, will think negative of them for what they're doing, which is terrible, but it's true. And it's really hard to be willing to put yourself out there every single day and do something like this, or even put your art out there in general. That's probably, I don't even know where I'm going with this video. I'm just like ranting now. Yeah, that's the thing. As you have the business world with corporate America, and you have millennials that want to be creative and express their ideas, because like they grew up where basically their parents told them you could be whatever you want and you'll be successful, and they took that to heart, and they wanted to be, you know, an artist or a musician or something like that, and they found out, shit, you know, the world isn't paying me to do this, and it's a problem. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, you could make it work, but you have to be willing to put in the months, the years, even like sometimes even a decade of work to be able to even get any kind of living from that, you know, job that you want to create for yourself, that ideal career. And most people aren't willing to put in that work. They aren't patient enough. They just expect it. The instant gratification society we live in, like with the internet and, you know, everything around us that just gives us all our needs met immediately, we just expect that to be there automatically, and we're impatient. And that's the problem, is you have a lot of impatient people that need to learn to understand that building something like that takes time. And in this video alone, this is just one of my stepping stones moving me towards, you know, my overall vision of what I want. And each step of the way, each time I do this, I'm going to get better and better and better at doing this until a point that I'm so good, people won't ignore me. But anyways, guys, that's my video. Peace.